Oh, dude, this news has been developing in, like, the last hour. Like, as I was going live, like, getting out of the shower and starting my stream, I just found out about this. Oh my god, he survived another assassination attempt. That is, oh my god. Suspect in custody after apparent Trump assassination attempt at Florida Golf Club. Gunshots in Trump's vicinity. Okay, that's the live stream from the news station. We're not watching that. In response to a question on how the incident was allowed to happen, Palm Beach officials said, "So when somebody gets into the shrubbery, they're pretty much outside. And at this level that Donald Trump is at right now, he's not the sitting president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course surrounded, but because he's not, security is limited to the airs." How do we rewind, bro? What the fuck? Hold up. Rewind. Rewind for a moment. Shots fired at Trump Golf Course in West Palm Beach, Florida. An AK-47 was discovered in the bushes, per local law enforcement. The Trump campaign has released a statement confirming former President Trump is safe. A suspect has been reportedly apprehended. I really don't know, though, if this is going to affect, like, anything in the polls, you know? Like, it didn't work last time. Like, it had no effect on the polls last time, and Biden was the one running against him. Now we've got a way stronger candidate who just destroyed him in the debate. I don't know, man. I think Donald Trump could take, like, 14 shots to the knee like a Skyrim NPC guard, and people still wouldn't vote for him any more than they already were, right? Like, the number one issue that's swaying people in this election is the economy. Right? Like, people are not going to change their vote on who would be better for the economy based on who's taken the most shots from bullets and not died, you know? Like, I don't know. Zan, I didn't know if you saw this, but as I tried to say, this wasn't the thing some thought it was. Trump was the subject of an apparent assassination attempt at his Florida golf club, the FBI says. Is this, like, a press statement? I think we've got some kind of press release here. I'm skipping through it to when it actually starts because it was some sort of live stream.
We followed it for a bit. We're able to contain it using some of our bigger vehicles that we use for specialized stops.
That is so quiet.
Since then, the FBI and the Secret Service have responded to the scene. It does appear that we certainly have the vehicle involved in the incident at Mar-a-Lago, and we have the suspect that they were looking for. And now the FBI and the Secret Service will take over that investigation.
So the FBI and the Secret Service are taking over. So Mar-a-Lago is in a pretty wooded area. Like, there's a good amount of swampiness in that area. So I'm guessing that's... He, like, set himself up in the bushes with an AK and took pot shots at Trump. Missed. I don't know if there's been any confirmation that he was hit. Dude, there is a... Whew. I'm a little overwhelmed right now. I'm not gonna lie, guys. We're going to parse this all bit by bit, though, okay? We're going to figure out what's gone down here. Oh, USA Today. You're killing me here with the making me turn off my ad blocker. I could have sworn I already had it set to be off for this site. But alright, then. My ad blocker is disabled, please. Okay. FBI investigating assassination attempt after shots fired near Trump's golf course. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump is safe following gunshots in his vicinity. His campaign and U.S. Secret Service announced on Sunday, with no further details provided. The incident took place at Trump International Golf Course, where the former president was golfing, according to the White House. The Secret Service, in conjunction with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, is investigating a protective incident involving former President Donald Trump that occurred shortly before 2 p.m. Secret Service spokesman Anthony Guglielmi said in a statement. That is an insane last name. Wow. Guglielmi. Guglielmi. Sounds Italian. The FBI said Sunday, in a statement, it is investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination of former President Trump at his Florida golf club, according to various reports. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office would, quote, have more details soon. A news conference with Sheriff Rick Bradshaw is scheduled for later this afternoon. The Martin County Sheriff's Office said based on information from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, deputies had stopped a vehicle at Interstate 95 and State Road 714 and taken a suspect into custody, quote, believed to be connected to a shooting incident at Trump International in Palm Beach County. Good God. Really, guys? I don't think this is going to have any more positive an effect for Trump this time around as it did last time. It didn't affect him in the polls or give him any more of an advantage against Biden. Why would this give him any more of an advantage against Kamala? The most he can say is that, oh, look, they're still going after me. They won't stop till I'm dead. It's like, I don't think people are going to buy that unless they were already going to vote for Trump. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, this genuinely does kind of show how much people do hate him, you know? Like, the hatred for Trump has reached the point where, like, we've had 2 attempts at a presidential assassination in a year. That is actually kind of fucking crazy. Xanderhall, you trying to pronounce that Italian name transported me to that scene in Inglourious Bastards. Good movie. Along with President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, Attorney General Merrick Garland also has been debriefed on the security incident at the Trump golf course. The Justice Department said in a statement, Biden is monitoring the situation and is receiving regular updates. I imagine Biden's going to put out like a very respectful statement, and so will Kamala Harris, to be honest, because they do have to take the high road or it looks really bad. Donald Trump would and his fans would eat it up if they don't take the high road. And in any way, shape, or form make jokes about this or act as though he, like, earned this or something. Trump allies, including Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican of South Carolina, said they spoke with Trump on Sunday, and the incident will not deter his quest to win the 2024 election. He is one of the strongest people I've ever known, Graham posted on X, noting he'd just spoken with the former president. He's in good spirits, and he is more resolved than ever to save our country. CNN reported Trump was playing golf at the Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach when the shooting occurred. Honestly, this shooter was a little smarter than the last one, because this is, like, him in his element, completely off his guard, right? You know, like, at a rally, he's got his guard up, you know, he's at his maximum power level. He's getting spirit bombed by his supporters. He's powering up. But at the golf course, you know, he's got his pants down practically. But, you know, they still failed their assignment. Secret Service engaged gunman, AK-47 style weapon found. U.S. Secret Service agents opened fire on a gunman located near the property line of the golf course. Gulf Source? I think it's Gulf Course is what this USA Today writer meant to say. Gulf Course. After seeing a rifle, according to law enforcement officials who spoke at a press conference Sunday afternoon. Agents found an AK-47 style rifle, a scope, backpack, and a GoPro camera on the scene. Dude! Guys, what if he was going to record... What if he was recording his attempt to assassinate Trump? Oh my god. What if that footage exists and it comes out? He was going to try to assassinate him and have it be on fucking camera. Oh my god. That footage might exist. I just want to see the footage of the shooter realizing he'd not hit him and that he was about to die. And, like, how much the dumbass was like, oh fuck, you know? Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Should have just waited for him to lose the election. Oh my god. Tried to do like what the New Zealand shooter did? Yeah. Yeah, no, this is pretty fucked up. This is pretty fucked up. Like, especially, like, at this point, even from a utilitarian level, as a progressive, the idea that another attempt on Trump's life is a good idea in this state of things, it honestly makes me wonder if they're going to find out the shooter is a conservative again. It genuinely makes me wonder if we're going to find out this shooter is a conservative, because especially now, when Kamala Harris has just beat him in a debate and is crushing him in the polls, why the fuck would a progressive feel the burning need to, like, take up arms against Trump now, like 50-something days out from the election? The last one was a conservative. How much do you want to bet this one's another psyop? I'm just trying to keep our Discord from getting pinched. Well, yeah, make sure no one says anything in my chat that or in my Discord that gets the Discord server yeeted, all right? Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. I appreciate that, SSW Braydu. You're doing Jesus Christ himself's work. All right, witnesses saw suspect fleeing. A witness saw the alleged gunman running from the golf course bushes and took a picture of his vehicle that led to the suspect's quick apprehension. The Palm Beach County Sheriff said at Sunday's press conference, quote, "We are able to catch a witness that came to us and said, 'Hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag,' which was great," Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said. As a result, they were able to alert the Martin County Sheriff's Office, who detained the suspect. The witness was also able to then identify the alleged gunman. I wonder if this USA Today writer's grammar is so bad here because this is such breaking news. They're like, oh my god, 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 I have so much I have to type today. Jesus, I can go back and amend it all later. But for now, I just need to get these articles done. Oh my god. Who cares about the typos? I'll edit them later. I can just imagine that's what this writer at USA Today is thinking and what his experience is like, because this is just so breaking right now. Who is Trump golfing with? Before the shooting began, Trump was golfing with longtime friend and real estate baron Stephen Witkoff, according to multiple reports. Witkoff gave a heartfelt speech about Trump at the Republican convention in Milwaukee back in August. He said he reached out to the former president after the assassination attempt in July and was surprised when Trump picked up. Oh, man. Wait, that's a weird convenience. Are we going to find out? How wild would it be if Trump staged this one? How funny would it be if Trump somehow staged this one? Not the last one, but this one. I'm not saying he did, but that is a weird coincidence that he was with a guy who specifically praised him and said that they connected after he was nearly assassinated and became friends. Then they were golfing together, and some random, supposedly, happens to attempt to assassinate Trump while they're golfing together. I mean, coincidences happen, don't get me wrong, but interesting, I will say. Very interesting. Dude. This is crazy. What the hell? Has YouTube got any coverage of this yet? Like, is there any mainstream news, anything on YouTube covering this? Trump Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago. Man, YouTube is, YouTube's kind of lacking right now with the coverage of what's happening. What the hell?
Real time, and that's what we do here on Live Now from Fox, react to what's happening in real time as it happens. And I do want to put up some other images we're getting right now from the Martin County Sheriff's Office on Facebook, and I want to put these up of this potential suspect, the potential car that they pursued on I-95. As this was the post, what they wrote on social media said the northbound I-95 at 714 was shut down.
I genuinely feel like media coverage of serial killers and mass shooters, I mean, it has been like this when it comes to serial killers, but media coverage of mass shooters should, like, not really be as much of a thing. I get why it exists, but I don't like that the name and face are plastered all over the place. You know that a lot of shooters, like, and obviously this is a more politically motivated thing, an assassination attempt, less so than like a mass public shooting. But in a lot of these, like, mass, you know, big gun crimes, I feel like giving the perpetrator as much fame and attention as possible is giving them exactly what they want and inspiring future potential criminals to do the same, just so they can be known, just so they can be remembered, right? Like, I really feel that a big thing that we as a country can do to reduce mass shootings is to stop making every mass shooter a celebrity.
Based on a bolo information released by Palm Beach County, the Martin County Sheriff's Office has stopped a vehicle taking a suspect into custody believed to be connected to a shooting incident at Trump International at Palm Beach County. We will update this information as it becomes available. You can see the amount of law enforcement shutting down I-95 in Florida, the main corridor of that in the Sunshine State. They have brought a person, as they say it, believed to be connected to a shooting incident at Trump International. And I do want to ask you, because you see these images coming in right now, Ken, of the law enforcement on hand. What do we make of this? What do we make of just the amount of force on?
What I'm really curious about is, did they even hit Trump? Imagine it's another, like, it winged him type situation. Fucking imagine. At this point, the evangelicals are going to be absolutely flaming with the God is protecting Trump narrative. And you know they believe it too as well. You know they believe that, like, Trump is so holy of a man that God himself is protecting him. Like, Zano, reportedly, the guy didn't shoot anyone. The Secret Service shot him due to suspicion. No shots were fired from the suspect, apparently. Supposedly they saw the rifle, like, I don't know, sticking out of the bushes, lining a shot up, and he was apprehended before he could even set things up. Damn. They were on it. Security was up, honestly. I'd say this isn't really a failing of Secret Service. Secret Service did exactly what it was supposed to do. Why is there any scrutiny being thrown on Secret Service here? They did their job. The shooter supposedly wasn't even able to get a shot off to attempt on Trump's life. They were lining one up, sure, but the Secret Service did their job. Makes sense, too, after what happened recently. Snake, you blew your cover. Snake! Snake!
On this, they did pursue this. They say they are connected. Do we read into anything there?
So, this is Casey. A suspect that was involved in a shooting shooting in the vicinity of the former president. If a person is engaged in that type of shooting, they may be very well armed with other weapons in their vehicle. And so you see...
It's a fair assumption. Oh, well, neat. I guess we're stopping that to get a look at where it happened. Okay, so was this where it happened? God, golf courses are so fucking ugly, dude. So much of Florida is just this, by the way, guys. Just golf courses. Just and this is actually... Trump's golf course is actually pretty small compared to many golf courses you'll encounter in Florida. Like, there are... Like, this type of golf course this is practically a putt-putt course in Florida.
Having a potential shooting here of a president. So I'm not surprised to see this many cars involved. I'm not surprised to see this becoming such an incident. But, with this many law enforcement...
Guys, something finally happened while I'm streaming. Something finally happened not only on a day when I go live, but while I'm streaming. Let's fucking go. Finally. It's almost always on my day off when this shit goes down. Except for the previous one also happened, I think, right when I was about to go live too. So that was, like, really good timing as well. But finally, we got something crazy to happen while I'm live. What good timing. I won this QTE. I succeeded.
Members involved.
Quick time
and
event.
This had gone out as a bolo to all law enforcement. So there's a lot of interest here and a lot of different police agencies working this. But now FBI and Secret Service will also have...
Dude, the fact that the shooter didn't even get a shot off, I really wonder... This is the most compelling case. Situation for it to be a faked shooting. For one, he's hanging out with a guy who became buddies with him supposedly after the attempt on Trump's life, and I do believe that was a real one because the shot actually was real and hit him, and I do believe it was real and hit him. Like, the photos and video we've seen, it looks pretty real. And then on top of that, the shooter never fired and was apprehended before even being able to fire anything, right? That really seems like... And especially with Trump failing in the polls and in a really bad state, I wouldn't believe that it was plausible or likely that Trump faked the first shooting because it just doesn't make sense. Here, a lot of the checkboxes that made the last one being staged by Trump not make sense are not present. You know? Like, no one actually... There wasn't a situation where they would have had to hire, like, a crack sniper willing to die and fire a shot damn near killing Trump just to boost him in polls that are already ahead, right? Like, that doesn't make sense for the previous shooting, but now Trump's behind, the shooter never fired, they weren't killed, like, they went quietly. It's like, ooh, that's a lot more believable. Agreed, Zan. There may be something weird going on here this time. I don't want to suggest that's the most likely situation, by the way. It's just the conspiracy that Trump is faking an assassination attempt is less insane to me this time than the last time. And those are the reasons why. Those reasons were why I didn't think it could possibly be staged by Trump last time. This time, those reasons aren't present. Like, every single one of those, like, well, I mean, you know... If he was to stage it, this is how it would go, you know?
Responded to this incident here, and they will be moving with the suspect to either Secret Service or to FBI office or to local law enforcement. It's not clear where they're going to go to with the suspect to conduct their interview with them. But, it's not surprising to see that.
Dude. Let's see what else is going on. What the heck? Let's see what else we can find on this. Press conference.
All right, 1:30 this afternoon. Call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant
This is kind of quiet. I'm going to boost the audio. Audio booster.
Contact with them all the time. We were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said,
hey, the video on
I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great. So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of
Carl, this video's
County
mono audio.
Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over. And
this guy's right behind me, isn't he?
Detained the guy. After that, we took the victim, the witness that witnessed the incident, flew him up there, and he identified as the person that he saw running out of the bushes and jumped into the car. Now, in the bushes where this guy was is an AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of. So those are being processed right now. The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off.
Rookie move. Shooter clearly did not play DayZ. Didn't remember to gauze ghillie wrap your the gun when engaging in hilltop camping. DayZ player learns this very, very quickly. Easy rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. That's why they make ghillie wraps for guns. That's why they make ghillie wrap.
So that's what we know about the investigation. We have somebody in custody.
In DayZ. I'm talking about DayZ, obviously. Like, you know, you go to Chernaris, you know, and you're walking around Cherno, and there's that big hill, and you just hear like a... And you're like, what the fuck? You gotta run, you know? And you're like, oh, who's shooting at me? And you look up on the hill, and you can't tell who, because they're in a ghillie suit, and you can't even see the gun, because the gun is wrapped in a ghillie wrap. It's rookie mistake.
Right now, that is a potential suspect. We got a little bit more work to do on it, but as we usually do, as soon as we decide that we're going to book him into the county jail and the charges that he's going to be booked into, we'll get those to you and we'll get a picture of him and we'll get you his background. So now I'm going to turn it over to the representative of the Secret Service, and he's going to...
How many times does Trump have to almost get shot before MAGA becomes pro-gun control? Guys, like, the super-duper pro-gun conservative types do not become less pro-gun or even have their values in that respect waver when seeing gun crime. It makes them want to buy another gun. I don't know if you guys know this, but every time a big gun control policy passes or a mass shooting happens, gun sales skyrocket. That's a big part of what we can do to reduce the amount of gun ownership in America is a good, like, step, if you believe that would be a good step, is to stop giving so much media attention to shootings. Because every time a big shooting happens and it goes to the media, gun sales skyrocket.
Make a brief statement.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I first want to thank all of our law enforcement partners, to include the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office and the Martin County Sheriff's Office, for their involvement today. Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach. The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line.
Oh, they shot at him.
This matter is under investigation. I'll turn it over to my partners over at the FBI.
Because of where the guy was, and in fact there were reports made, so the Secret Service should have known to have their guard up at the very least, and they didn't notice him until shots were fired. They responded quickly once they were, but shots had been fired. This time around they did exactly what they were supposed to do. They scanned the tree line constantly, recognized the outline of a person and of a gun in the woods sticking through the fence, and immediately acted as it is their job to do. I think the Secret Service did exactly their job.
It was 1 or 2 holes behind. That because the bubble moves through the.
I feel like this was somewhat of like a redemption for the Secret Service after their like, you know, humiliation that happened after the original attempt on Trump. You guys know even AOC was there grilling the head of the Secret Service on like a council to like assess and evaluate how well they do their jobs, because mind you, just because they failed to protect Trump doesn't mean that, oh, well, who cares if the Secret Service sucks? They failed to protect Trump. No, we hate Trump. Well, no. The Secret Service is also protecting Kamala Harris and Biden and any other future Democrat president who we would probably prefer not to be assassinated, you know? So the Secret Service being good is just a principally good thing for this country. Like having them be effective and good at their jobs is very important.
So our agents will get there first, clear it. He noticed that the rifle was pointed out. Our agents engaged. We are not sure right now if the individual was able to take a shot at our agents, but for sure our agents were able to engage with the subject. I don't know.
Doesn't appear so. Yep. How?
How far away was the president? How far away was Donald Trump when this gentleman was caught and stopped?
Probably between 300 and 500 yards, but with a rifle
300
and
and
a scope like that,
500
that's
yards.
not a long distance.
Yeah, wait, that's literally a distance that would have been an impossible shot. Like, I'm sure in a million attempts, or like realistically like 100 or so, like a decent shooter could have like made that shot on a target at a range at that distance, even with a scope. But like, that's pretty far. Like, I don't know if the shooter would have been able to even hit Trump, to be honest. I'm gonna be real. I don't think the shooter would have even been able to hit Trump from that distance. I don't know. Trump is kind of fat though. I hadn't thought about that. He's kind of a frumpy boy. He's got a pretty wide frame. Yeah, hard to say. Hard to say, chat.
For the Secret Service, how
Trying to
far
visualize
away
that in my head. Like, would the shooter have had a chance?
That I'm not sure right now. We're still looking into.
Reports of the 4 rounds of ammunition were fired. Were all 4 of those from your agent?
That is correct. 4 to 6. We're not sure yet.
Was there a long distance explaining why?
Yes.
Thank you.
So it was a long way away, clearly. Zan, go back to that picture of the gun. Those packs might be part of making a drip rifle, basically a gun that goes automatically, invented during the Gallipoli campaign in World War I by Anzac forces. I don't think they'd be making a drip rifle. Why would they do that? Why would someone set up a drip rifle? Like, they would have to have some insanely convoluted plan to, like, distract Secret Service by, like, having them pay attention to a fake location and then try to, like, shoot at them from a better place. But for those who don't know, a drip rifle is basically, like, you set up a contraption that makes it so water drips from, like into a cup and pulls down on the trigger to the point where once the cup becomes heavy with water enough, it'll actually, like, squeeze it fully and allow the action to go, and it'll fire. And like, that just doesn't make sense. Why would they have been doing that? Like, it's a neat idea, like, the concept of the drip rifle, but its use was to distract. It was to make the enemies on the other line think that the shooters, like, and the soldiers were there and active when they were really just retreating back to another line. That makes no sense for an assassination attempt. I don't know. Like, it doesn't... I don't know. I also don't see any buckets or tin cans or anything, or water receptacles, you know? I don't know. I appreciate you know what a drip rifle is, but also I don't think you're correct about that.
How this was able to happen, and for future reference, is there any up security in the golf course?
I didn't hear all that. Say that one more time and talk up a little bit.
So how was this able to happen, and for future reference, is there any up security in the golf course?
Well,
that's right, that dude.
Understand the golf course is surrounded by shrubbery, so when somebody gets into the shrubbery, they're pretty much out of sight. All right, and at this level that he is at right now, he's not the sitting president. If he was, we would have had this entire golf course around it. But because he's not, the security is limited to the areas that the Secret Service deems possible. So I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there'll probably be a little bit more people around the perimeter. But the Secret Service did exactly what they should have done.
Yeah, they did.
Provided exactly what the protection should have been. And their agent
no scrutiny on the Secret Service here. They did their job to the T. They didn't even allow the threat to fire on Trump, apparently.
did a fantastic job.
Which direction was the shrub where he was? North, south? I guess east, west, or south is the road?
The layout
He's like
of the
trying
golf
to.
course, you got
I like that. Fuck. Okay, so I'm trying to think. Okay, what direction would it have been?
3 holes, 5, 6, and 7. All right, one of them runs parallel to Summit Boulevard. One of them runs parallel to Congress, and he was in an area in the shrubbery where he could see both holes. So the president was another hole back, which means he's about between 400 and 500 yards away.
So he was on the golf course?
Oh, he's on the golf course, yeah, but he's back a ways.
For the Secret Service, have you guys changed at all the way that you guys are protecting former President Donald Trump? Is now second.
But we know they are. Yeah, they literally had a whole like committee and like hearing about this. The like the leader of the Secret Service. They like AOC and a bunch of other politicians, left and right, grilled them. Like, it was a big thing. They definitely became more stringent with ensuring that everyone is doing their job at the Secret Service after that. That was like a bit of a national embarrassment for the Secret Service, how badly they responded to the original shooting that happened a few months ago. That was like really bad on their part. This was perfect. This is how they're supposed to do it.
Potential second attempt on him. Can you just elaborate on how things have changed and what you make of all this?
Yes, the threat level is high. We have increased the amount of assets that we've supported, so we live in danger times. So yes.
Nope, we're done with questions right now. There's really nothing more for us to add. I just want to tell you, the Secret Service and the FBI and the State Attorney's Office have been fantastic to work with. And I can tell you right now, our agency with this real-time crime center was fabulous. That's how we got the guy. We started out with, we don't know anything, to where we had a tag, we had a vehicle description, and we got an area where we saw the person. So be proud of your law enforcement. All right. Thanks, folks. We'll get back to you.
Thanks, folks. We'll get back to you. Be proud of your law enforcement. I mean, that seems to be all we know for now. Do we know who the shooter was? Is there anything else? Like, do we have an identity? It does not seem so. Damn, dude. Well, it's a good thing I'm streaming tomorrow. There's no doubt going to be a lot more information that'll be out by tomorrow morning. So we've got my sort of it's just happened coverage, and then we've got tomorrow when everything's kind of settled down a bit kind of coverage we can do. We'll no doubt have an identity on the suspect at that point, too. Oh, someone sent a link. Is this a, do we have an image? A photo of the alleged suspect. Ooh. They may be a conservative. This looks like... This definitely looks like a cis white guy. Chat. Chat, this is us right now. This is us right now. This is us right now. Me as fuck. Oh my god. This is a Florida man, though, I won't lie. This is indeed a Florida man. Yeah, he's got that toothpick physique. I'm surprised that he could control the rifle, but, damn. They got his ass. Why do they have... I guess they're having him lift his shirt because he could have a gun, like, under his shirt, like, in his waistband. And so he's got to lift his hands and lift the shirt, and that's probably what they're ordering him to do. The body by meth. So true. That is definitely a bit of a meth body. Definitely looks like it. Though then again, he could just be really, really fucking skinny. That'd be kind of funny. The son of the police chief has apparently leaked the name of the suspect in the Trump golf course incident. Ryan Wesley Ruth, a 60-year-old white man. A quick scan of his Facebook shows he's a COVID conspiracy theorist. I don't know if that's him. Oh, that might be him, though. Hold on. Okay, so he kind of looks younger in this photo. I think the reason why he's so... You can kind of see facial hair here. When you look hard enough, you can see there's, like, facial hair here, and it's kind of going white. And this hair looks a bit darker, but I think this is old man body. This is, like, an old dude. And apparently, this is the guy. Apparently, this is him, and I can kind of see it now. I can kind of see it, but I don't know. And I don't know if I want to jump on that claim. Take it with a massive grain of salt, because imagine being wrong. Imagine claiming it's this dude and it's not. Like, granted, this dude's some weirdo conspiracy theorist, but if it's not him, then, like, it'd be pretty rude to send the internet out to, like, harass the random guy. Yeah. We don't know. We don't know at this point. We'll have to find out. As you can imagine, you've already got people on Twitter claiming that the shooter was Jewish, it seems. That's not a surprise. We've got Pray for President Trump trending. No one is praying for President Trump. Dude, who made this? This goes hard. This image goes crazy. What the fuck? Who made this? How did they make it? They edited the shadows in, too. Oh, wait, no, you can kind of see the shadow from when they shook hands still. A little bit. But you can also see she's got a shadow of giving the finger to Trump's nose. Oh, that's great. Anyway, guys. I think we're caught up on things as far as we know. Everything that's going on for now. I will definitely catch you guys up on this story tomorrow whenever we get, like, a lot more news. So keep an eye out for that segment when it comes out. If you enjoyed this segment, you feel like you learned anything or you were entertained or had any fun with it or anything like that, consider dropping a like. Every thumbs up goes a long way to help the channel and the algorithm, and I really do appreciate it. It really means a lot. Commenting down below helps a ton as well, as does subscribing and ring the bell icon to turn on all notifications so YouTube tells you when I go live or upload, because otherwise they certainly will not. You can also consider following my social medias linked down below in the description if you want to see more from me on other platforms, including, if you haven't already, make sure you join my fan Discord server. It is free to join, it is the main hub of my community and fan base, and I even host events there. Gaming events, call-in streams, watch parties, and I announce all my new uploads and streams so you don't miss anything at all. Like, even if YouTube bugs or just acts weird and doesn't tell you I go live or upload. And of course, if you want to support me directly and help me to keep a roof above my head, it really helps a lot if you donate, subscribe, or gift a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Patreon, or buying merch to the Streamlabs link down below. But regardless of how you guys support me, it really, really means a lot, and I appreciate it a ton. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.